All right, let's zoom you in here to where we're going to work tonight. Our one little section over here, of course, our last section on this row where I'm been working, you know. Anyhow, all right, whoops, I got to turn off my volume. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Turn that off. All righty. Okay, how's it look? Looks okay. Let me change my chat to live chat. Live. Let's make it live. Okay. And there we go. There I see people. People are being seen. Yes, they are. I see Linda and Sherry and Diamond Art Crafter and Dorothy. Dorothy. Don't know why I just started singing your names, but it felt right. Michelle, hello. Joyce, hello. Gina, howdy. How are you all doing today? Let's see, who else is here? Shannon is here. Hello, Shannon. Oh, Shannon, oh, Shannon. Let's see. Dawn. Hello, Dawn. I was talking about you yesterday during our crochet live thing. You weren't there. I was like, where's Dawn? No Dawn today. See, I notice when you're missing. We miss you when you're not there, right? We miss you when you're not there, okay? So, anyhow, let's see what we can do on this section. We're doing anchors. Anchors away. That's all I know about the song. That's all I know. That's all I got. I know there's some more, but where are they? I don't think I finished them all. Maybe I did. I don't know. Maybe I did. Let's see. There's no anchors over here. These are W's and A's and W's and A's and J's. By George, I think I finished the anchors. I finished the anchors the other day and I didn't even realize it. I finished them. Okay, let's put these away. I don't know why they're sitting here, but hey. Let's see. A lemon bundt cake. There's Sean. Hello, Sean. Oh, you had a family gathering. Well, I'm family. I'm kidding. I get it. I understand. But just know you were missed. Okay, you were missed. All right. Let's see. Allison, hello. We're doing good. Oh, okay. You're that close to moving, Shannon? You're moving at the end of the month? Wow, I didn't know it was that close. I really didn't know it was that close. All right, I think I'm going to do W's because that's going to fill in a bunch of these little holes right here. But I just need to find the W. Where is the W? That's a U. That's not quite right. Here it is right there. W. U or double U. I'm sorry. Hello, Brenda. How's Brenda? Hey. Lemon cheesecake ice cream. Never heard of such a thing. Lemon cheesecake ice cream. Hello, Peggy. How are you? I hope everybody is doing well today. If I'm sure you all watch the news and all that stuff, and you heard. I mean, I know Oklahoma had a bunch of tornadoes yesterday. I got a couple messages from a few people yesterday, like, hey, how's things in your area? And I'm like, well, it was storming, that's for sure, but the tornado was south of us. Yeah, and it was pretty gnarly. Last report I heard that there were 4 people that lost their lives in the tornado. It went like up and over a lake, and there's some wild, wicked video that people captured, and I'm just like, wow, it's always terrible. Tornadoes are so destructive and just so dangerous, and I mean, we get tornadoes here for sure, but yeah, we were okay. Actually, Dale and I were at Walmart. We were in Walmart getting a few things, and we started hearing the rain just coming down. And you know, when you're in a building like that, those metal roofs and stuff, it just amplifies that sound. It's just like, you know. And then, oh, now you've got the thunderstorms, Brenda. Oh, jeez, I know. And what was I saying? Oh, it just amplifies all that sound, of course. And then you could tell that it was hailing because the sound changed to that really tinky, tinky, tinky sound of the hail. I have no idea how big the hail was because, like I said, we were in Walmart and we decided we were just staying in there until it had all passed. So we did. That's what we did. We stayed in the store. We got home and it continued to rain. It rained some more. And then, I mean, Dale was out. He decided to take a moment to run out and put the ducks in real quick. And he got outside, started getting them towards the pen, and it decided to just deluge again. I'm like, oh my gosh. So he was out in the garage. He was kind of made it into the garage, or the shop, I should say, kind of trapped out there in the shop. And he's calling me. At least he had his phone. He called me and he's like, hey, can you open up the basement door? Because it was locked. Because that's just a short little run from the shop to the basement at that point, you know. But he got soaked for sure on his short little trip. But yeah, just rain, rain, more rain. And then this morning I wake up and what's it doing? Raining. It's still raining, or it had stopped raining, I think, overnight, but it had started again this morning, just coming down. No lightning and like what I would call stormy stuff today, just rain. And we're getting a break for a little while, but it could rain again tomorrow. Now, do we need it? No, we really don't. The pond, oh my goodness, the pond has gone up. I don't even know how much over the last several days. Oh, that reminds me. Every once in a while, you might hear our sump pump. Can you hear that? Can you hear it? Oh, I also forgot to say I don't have a mic tonight. I'm trying to make sure I'm talking loud because I don't have a mic. Anyhow, hi, Patty. Patty's here. So yeah, it's not letting up for a while. And then it's going to be like 60 degrees on, I think they said Monday, having all these warm temperatures. And I mean, that's part of the problem. That's why the weather has lost its mind because, you know, these temperatures they're not where they're supposed to be, and it'll be cold and then it gets warm and it's just like, it's going crazy, right? Weather is just going crazy because of the temperatures and the changes and all of that. Anyhow, yeah, so there was that. But we were okay. We had no damages here or anything. But that pond, oh my gosh, that pond it is full. It is full. It is full to the point that, okay, Dale went out there, you know, back in the winter time, before it was really iced over, before the pond was truly iced over, and he started putting in fencing all the way across the pond, just to try to keep our chickens and our ducks home, because the neighbors don't like them over there, okay? They didn't used to mind the ducks over there at all, but lately she doesn't want the ducks over there. I'm like, okay. So anyhow, with the rising water, they can now swim right over. They swim right over the fence, and they're over in the neighbor's yard. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Deborah. Oh, you couldn't hear the sump pump? Okay. I'll just tell you that last night, I ended up on the couch last night. I tried sleeping on my bed for a while. And it wasn't working very good. It just wasn't working very good. So I ended up out on the couch, and the sump pump was going off every minute. And I do mean minute. Like 60 seconds. It kept going off. I mean, I'm glad it's going off. I'm glad it's working. Otherwise, we would have flooding in our basement. But yeah, it seriously was going every 60 seconds last night. It's crazy. There's that much water. Anyhow, back to the neighbors. Back to the ducks. See, there it goes right there. It's still going off very frequently. I haven't really timed it today, but it's quite frequent. So I get a text, Mindy, can you come get your ducks? They get over here and they dig in things, and I'm trying to save stuff that got destroyed in the storm last year. I'm like, okay. Dale's outside. He is outside. He has decided that today is a great day to roll the yard. He's going to roll the yard. Okay, rolling the yard. Rolling, rolling, rolling. There we go, rolling the yard. All right. He looks over there. He sees the ducks are over at the neighbors, and he just kind of was like, I don't know, he doesn't know that she has texted. And honestly, I wasn't jumping, right to it to be like, I'll get right on that, So here's what happens. Well, a couple things happen. First of all, they have a bird feeder over there. And the bird feeder is right close to this lilac that she's trying to get to grow back after we had these bad storms, and she lost a whole bunch of her lilac in the storms. So she's trying to baby her lilac so that it will stay alive and grow and come back, right? Well, I get they're my ducks, and I get that they wander over to the neighbors. I'm not denying my part, my responsibility in the whole thing. I'm not. However, you have lit the flame and invited the moth to come to the flame because you got a bird feeder over there. My ducks are birds. My ducks like birdseed. They will come over there and eat your birdseed from underneath your bird feeder. And if your bird feeder is close to the lilac, well, it's collateral damage at this point. Hello, Tanis. So, there's that. So I'm going to have to try to diamond paint left-handed now because I can only do so much with my right hand, and then it hurts. It just hurts. It's too much pushing with my arm. So it was probably, I don't know, 20 minutes to a half an hour later. I mean, I was busy. I was recording a video and I was doing stuff, I don't have time to go wandering around getting my ducks. The second problem was they have a lot of low areas over there in their yard and stuff. And truly, it was more towards the brushy stuff that's out in front of their property, because there's a whole section that's just brush and trees and bushes, and it's not yard, and it's all wet and making beautiful, beautiful little puddles. And places that the ducks are like, oh, this is fun. This is different than our big pond. This is just fun to get in and just like slop around in. This is fun. They like that kind of stuff. Like, if we get enough rain, we'll get some like big puddle things in our yard and stuff. And you'll find the ducks there. Versus in the pond, they like to go in these little holes and just hang out. You know what I mean? So first of all, you got food over there. You're feeding them. You're inviting them over with food. And you've got a new playground over there for them. And they're really enjoying what you're offering over there. So anyhow, after a while, I walk over there and I have to go all the way around. I have to go down our driveway, down the road, and up their driveway because I can't cross the fence that, is between our properties now. I can't get over that fence. I would end up tripping falling, busting my butt, and wrecking my arm. You know what I mean? So I had to go all the way around. I'm walking up their driveway, and I get up their driveway, and I can see the ducks. They're just they're out in the bushy stuff. They're just out there slopping around in the nice little puddles there, you know? So I start hollering at them, and I'm like, and their whole yard is just wet. I can't even like get through their yard. I can't even really get up close to the ducks. Luckily, the ducks started moving when I was hollering at them. I can't walk through it because it is just, I mean, I would have needed, my waders or something. Not that it was deep, but it was just all wet. I'm not about walking through all these puddles. Just, I'm not doing that. That'd be crazy, right? So at least I could stand in their driveway and yell at the ducks, and the ducks wandered on home. Did they stay home? No, of course they didn't. Why would they stay home? Right? The river is not like a huge river. It's more like creek size, the river here. It gets bigger as it heads out. It just keeps growing. It does turn into a very nice sized river of quite a few miles away. But however, it is full, and it has overflowed. But that's out in the farmer's like cow lane, where the cows can go between pastures, is beside the river back there. They can't get through right now because it's very, very wet back there. It's definitely overflowed the banks. Dale and I took a walk today, and we went back that way, and you don't have to get very close. You can see it. It's like, wow, there's a lot of water down there. And it is flowing. Let me tell you what, it's flowing. But it's a ways away from our yard. It's way out back, okay? So imagine, I think we go back 3.5 acres. So there's a good more than an acre or so, more than an acre, between like our backyard and the river. So it's back there a ways, but it is definitely overflowing. But so anyhow, I went over there, and I managed to yell at them enough, and they wandered home. And then I get home and went to the mailbox on the way, and Dale was still out rolling the yard, and he saw me. He actually saw me when I was over at the neighbors, standing in their driveway. He could see me. He's like, what'd you do? I said, I went over there to get our ducks to come home. I got a text, And I'm trying to be very, very nice. Very, very nice, very polite. I'm like, I text her back, and I'm like, I came over, I shoot them back. I said they kind of turned around and went back later. They just want to be out in the brush, swimming in the puddles, She's like, yeah, thank you for your help. She says, I get it. She says, most of the time, though, they're up by our bird feeder, and I'm trying to save my lilac. And all I could say at that point is, I get it. I said, I understand. Dale's trying to, with the rise in the water, they can swim right over the fence now. Dale needs to get out there and like put more fence, make it higher, do something. I said, but at this point, he almost needs a boat. And I did at one point in one of the texts say something about, I understand the battle you're fighting, I said, and, I'm surprised, you're also battling the deer, because you have dozens of deer in your yard all the time. And they're feeding the deer. Okay, they have a feeder in their side yard feeding the deer. So they're feeding the deer. They have dozens. If you've seen my videos, you see the deer over there. They're there all the time. Hello, Matt. Hello. Well, Carl, Kraft, Marion. That's Carl and Marion. Well, hello, you two. Marion's driving. You let her drive. Okay. So, can I say hi to Kathy? Hi, Kathy. Anyhow, so you got deer over there. You're feeding. You're bringing the deer. And the feeder is over by their pine trees. And she didn't like my chickens over there digging around the pine trees. Well, you got deer over there. What do you think the deer are gonna do? You got a bird feeder, you're feeding my ducks. They're loving it. You got this nice playground over there. You got all these ponds right now. It's a perfect setup, you know? You're I'm fighting a losing battle here. I'm fighting a losing battle. I'm doing the best I can do. So Dale's like, I'm gonna have to go out there and get more fence in there. And I'm like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know how he's gonna do it. I don't know. I don't know. It's not easily accessible right now. So I don't know. Hello, Marla. Hello, hello. So anyhow, that's the story of the ducks. And I am trying to be very polite about it. But seriously, the deer are going to do more damage to your property than my ducks are. The deer, they're there every night and every morning. They go through, it's their pathway right through the neighbor's yard. They come out of the bushy stuff out there, go right through their yard, right beside their house. They're out there all the time. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to be real polite about it, but kind of point out, hey, you got things to worry about. You got the deer in your yard all the time. And she likes watching the deer. The deer are so pretty and everything, but yeah, and the deer are destroying stuff. I want to just be like, please stop blaming my ducks for everything when you have the deer running around like, it's home on the range or whatnot. And even feeding the birds. You feed the birds and bird seed falls on the ground. I don't know if you have bird feeders. Anybody have a bird feeder? You feed the birds. You have bird seed in your feeder. Seed falls on the ground, right? And there are definitely certain birds that take advantage of the seed on the ground, besides my ducks. Mourning doves often will be on the ground pecking up the seed that has been spilled by the other birds. Usually the big old blue jays and the cardinals, they make a mess. But the mourning doves, they just sit underneath the feeder and they eat all the stuff that's on the ground. Well, as they do that, they're scratching and pecking and whatnot. You guys, it's not necessarily my ducks. I just feel so bad for my ducks. I feel so defensive, you know what I mean? It's not all my ducks' fault. Sure, they can get over to your yard, and I'm sorry, but you've made it so inviting for them, and you're blaming them for things that, they may not even be doing. So, anyhow, poor duckies. Right, Cal? It's a perfect playground for them with food. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I know. So, Kathy, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, the birds will tear up the ground underneath your bird feeders. They just will. The wild birds, not my ducks. The wild birds will do that. So, I don't know. Dale's going to see if he can figure out how to get out there and, like, heighten up the fence so that they can't get over it. I mean, I don't know what else to do. We've had geese in the pond in the mornings here recently. Like when I'm awake at 7 o'clock in the morning, I can look right out the windows and there's these geese, right? That's upside down. That's not going to work. Okay. And I watch the geese. They can just swim right over where the fence is. They just swim right over because the water is high and they can just get right through. Yell at the geese. The geese are getting over in your yard. The deer are in your yard. Oh boy. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. And then it makes Dale mad. He's like, we'll just get rid of all the ducks. I'm like, no, I like the ducks. And they've always liked the ducks too. I can't tell you how many times she said, yeah, we enjoy watching the ducks in the pond, swimming around and whatnot. And now, the last couple of years, now they don't like my ducks anymore. And I'm like, okay, I can't win. Can't win sometimes, Anyhow, that was today. Fun, fun. I was trying to record a video, and my mic, I can clip it on. It's called a lavalier mic. It's all wireless and cordless and whatnot. And you just plug this little piece into the bottom of your phone, like where you would plug it into charge. You just plug this little, it's like the receiver part, plug it into the bottom of your phone, right? Oh my goodness, the light shined into her backyard. Oh my goodness. Oh, I know, we live out in the country, right, Kathy? We live in the country. Come on. Cover the glass door so she couldn't see the light. Oh my goodness. Oh. Peggy, first week for Chuck-along, you got until probably midnight tonight. First week is up. It's been rolling for a week, so you better get in there and do it. Like right now. Go do it. Hello, Kathy. Yeah, at midnight it'll be a new week. I think that's when Maritza has the new post scheduled to go up. Probably is at midnight. So, first week. We're almost done with the first week. Yes, we are. First week is almost in the books. So, but anyhow, that little piece that goes in the bottom of my phone apparently is not connecting anymore. And I've tried wiggling it. I've tried putting it in, taking it out. It's like a C port, the chargers, the C-shaped ones. So it can go in either way, and I take it out and I flip it around. I try it one way, I try it the other way. I could get it to work the other day by just messing with it, but today it's like, nope, not working. So I think it has finally bit the dust, taken the hike. It's done. It's over. So I hop on Amazon today and I'm like, okay, I need a mic, and I need a mic ASAP. So this is kind of cool though. I mean, I ordered a new mic. They're not expensive. Yes, we do. We spring forward tonight. We spring tonight. Don't forget to change your clocks, okay? So I can get it overnight. It should be here in the morning. And it's not very expensive. I think it's like $18 or something like that. But the cool thing is, this one comes with two mics. So you can have two people hooked up to the mic system at the same time. I have not had that before. I've only had one up until now. Nikki, hello. I am so happy to see you. I hope you're doing good. I know, Nikki, it was bad. It wasn't near us, but it was bad. Oh, I feel so bad for people. Can't we just rein in the weather? How can we do that? Anyhow, so glad to see you. Yep, don't forget to change your clocks. Yep. And work on Chuck and pack boxes. I know, I already thought about that, Kathy. When him and I are like doing some things together, we can both have a mic. That'll be kind of cool. So yeah, I got dual mics with this one. So I'm kind of excited to get it, And they're so easy. You don't really need to do anything to set them up. It's like I don't have to hook it up to Wi-Fi or anything like that. It's just like a plug and play system. It is so cool. You just plug it into your phone, turn on the mic, and you're going. You're recording. You're good. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get the new one. It's been a while since I've gotten a new mic. Tripods, I kind of get those regularly because, they never last. They just never last. They're always going belly up and not working and breaking and, But my mic has lasted me quite a while, I will say. This one comes with like the big, like furry thing that goes on the top, you know, the noise canceling thing, the big furry one. So, yeah, we'll get the big furry mic things. You don't have to put those on. Okay, you don't. But I watch a lot of people, and here's what, okay, I don't get it. I don't get it. These are clip-on microphones. They clip right on you. You clip them on your clothing somewhere, you know, and you don't have to use your hands. So, I had several, well, I had like maybe 3 or 4 Chuck puzzles. I have one out, Deborah, and I haven't opened it yet. I'll tell you why. I haven't opened it because it's glued shut. The edges of the box, you know, are like glued shut. And that's a skill I can't do right now. I tried and I can't open it. So I've been meaning to ask Dale if he would open it for me. You know, one of those things I can't do. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, it would be easier if everybody changed and you changed because then we'd all be on the same page. I always find it interesting that Arizona's time doesn't change and how that works, you know, how that happens. But anyhow. So I watch people doing their lives or their videos and they're holding this mic. They like hold it in their hand. It's not, I mean, it's little. It's just little. It's not very big. It's not like it's a great big microphone. It's this little thing, right? And they're sitting there holding it like this with like their 2 fingers and they're talking into it like this, like it's a real microphone. And I'm like, why? Why are you doing that? That's not the point of having that type of a mic. If you want a mic you have to hold on to, go get yourself a mic, you know? And get a cord while you're at it, and an amplifier, you know what I mean? But this is the type of mic it's intended to clip on to you somewhere. So why are you sitting there holding the thing? I don't know. It's just one of my pet peeves. It just annoys me. And that's just me. I don't know. Do they think they're cool? Is that what it is? Oh, look, I have a mic. Look at me talking to my mic. I don't understand what they're doing. Anyhow, I will not be doing that. So you probably won't see it. You probably won't ever see it because I won't be sitting there holding it and talking into it. Maybe I will one time just so you can see it. Look, here's my mic. Here's my big fluffy thing that goes on the top. Here's what it looks like. You know? That's what you do. You just clip it on your shirt. That's all you do. Clip it on your shirt. And then I've seen other people say this is like a pen or a crochet hook. Say this is a crochet hook. They take this and they clip it onto the end of the crochet hook and then hold it like a microphone. And I'm like, what? Why are you doing that? That's weird as well. Why? Why are you doing that? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Oh, you buy something to make your life easier and convenient, and then you make it hard for yourself. Go figure, right? So anyhow, and then what's the point? Then you've lost the use of one hand. Welcome to my world, right? Now you've only got one hand to do stuff with. Why do you want to do that to yourself? I don't know. So anyhow, I have a new mic coming. It'll probably show up in the middle of the night. Maybe I'll be awake when it gets here. It's one of those overnight deliveries. It's going to come like, I don't know, between 5 and 7 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So come on, bring it on. I need it. I got more things to record and I need a mic to do so. I mean, I did record what I was going to do today without the mic, but it was for my crafty vlog, and most of the crafty vlog wasn't recorded with a mic anyhow. Sometimes, and I know this is an issue. I know if you watch the crafty vlogs, I get it. Some things are louder than others because sometimes I have the mic on when I'm recording something, and other times I don't have the mic on, and so the volumes are up and down. I get it. I know it's a problem. I get it. I should either record everything for the vlog with the mic or everything without the mic instead of, some clips one way and some the other way. But anyhow, and be like the cool kids. Oh yeah, I'm cool. Look at my mic with my little fuzzy thing on the top of it. Oh goodness. Oh boy. Um, so yeah, I'll be excited to get that. But like I said, in that in that instance, it probably won't matter a whole lot because I don't think anything I recorded for the vlog was mic'd. So what I did today will just be unmiked as well. All right, here's the other thing that happened that was weird because of all the rain. Yesterday, my allergies went crazy. And I'm like, wait, whoa, hold the phone. What are you acting up for? I'm allergic to pollen, plants, dust, things like that. And I'm like, why am I like so sniffly? And it was all on the left side of my face. I'm like, oh, the whole left side of my face. My nose wanted to run. I kept blowing my nose, my eyes watering, just on the left side. And I'm like, oh. um, I ended up, um, I ended up taking another Allegra because I take an Allegra like every day in the morning. But yesterday evening time came around and I'm like, I was complaining, and Dale's like, well, why don't you take something for it? I said, I already took an Allegra today. I said, but you know what? I said, I might just try another one. I don't think it's going to kill me if I try another one today, right? They're 24-hour Allegras, but I'm like, you know, I'm glad I did. I took another one, and then I was like, oh, okay, we got this under control. I'm fairly normal again. So guess what I did earlier? I took another Allegra today. So that is two today, two yesterday. I'm like, and it has helped because I was doing the same thing. Not as bad as yesterday because it's not, well, it hasn't been actively raining this afternoon, but it did this morning. And there's something about the rain. What's it doing? It's bringing stuff out of the sky, out of the atmosphere. And the rain brings it all down and it goes right in my face. It all goes right in my face. So, anyhow, yeah. But, I mean, it's not highly suggested that you take two Allegras a day. And hopefully, I won't have to when this rain kind of settles down. Normally, I'm okay with just taking the one, but anyhow, yeah. Well, that's what Dale suggested. He goes, I have a little red pill. If I want a little red pill, we're on our way home from the gym. He said, do you want a red pill? And I'm like, but that's for congestion, and I'm not congested. So in my brain, I went, no, I don't want a Sudafed. No, I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, who knows? Who knows? But the double Allegra helped yesterday, and it has helped today. So, as long as I'm not doing it, like long term, I think it'll be okay. Just to get me over this terrible spell that's happening. That's like, I think the same thing with like, the stuff I'm taking for my arm, for my shoulder and whatnot, it still hurts. It still bothers me. I'm not taking as much. I'm just doing, like Advil and Tylenol. Sometimes I take Advil and Tylenol together. That seems to be a good combination if I take them together. Um, so, you know, my concern is how long can I take Advil and Tylenol? How long is it okay to continue taking those before, I don't want to be on them for my lifetime. This has got to get better. The pain's got to get better. I got to be able to, stop taking it at some point, right? I'm excited to go Monday. I see the surgeon on Monday, my actual surgeon that did all of the work. I got questions. I have got questions. I mean, first of all, I want to know exactly what she did, where things are on my body that she did it to, you know? I mean, I think I know. And then, of course, talk to her about the one spot that's still really bothering me so much, which is what I think was where they messed with the tendon, you know? I think that's the main problem. So, anyhow, yeah. I've lovingly nicknamed it the corner. It's the corner. You know, it's right there, almost in your armpit, kind of right there where your shoulder meets your chest. That's my corner. And it's just bothered me since the beginning. Like bending over, it was uncomfortable to bend over. It felt like it just pulled and pulled and pulled when I would bend over. Um, Things like that. It just still just it bugs me a lot, and I don't know why, and I want to know why. You know, of course, my brain always says, okay, well, maybe you tore out the repair, maybe you wrecked what they did there. I don't know. That's always my worst fear, but I want to talk to her. I want some answers. You know what I'm saying? If she says no, it's okay, it'll be fine, then I'll be like, okay, I'll trust the process, even though I feel like this process has taken way too long. It's been 6 weeks. I get it. I get it. 6 weeks is just the beginning of the whole thing. It's still healing a lot. I understand. But my brain just says this one spot should be feeling better, shouldn't it? I don't know. So I can hardly wait to go see her and talk to her on Monday. Yeah. So there's that. Therapy has been, you know, of course, we started everything out really slow. And then last week we started ramping things up a little bit. And I will come home and I'll be like, oh, yep, I felt every inch of that, every bit of that. And my arm is tired. My arm is sore. My arm, everything is just like, okay, I'm done. Right? I'm done. And then the next day it might feel good. And it might feel good for most of the day. And then later in the day it starts to ache again. It's like, it's just an up and down thing. And boy, have I appreciated the times when it has felt pretty good. I'm like, oh, it feels pretty good. Not that it feels perfect. It's not perfect. Still tight, 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 and not moving like it should, of course. But it just feels better. And I'm like, oh, it feels decent. Oh, you know. And I just revel in the enjoyment of, oh, it doesn't feel too bad right now. It doesn't feel too bad right now. So, anyhow, looking forward to talking to her. A woman who did the work. You know, last time in my 2 week, I just saw an associate that was just looking at, you know, my records and just checking things over to make sure things looked like they were okay at 2 weeks. And I was okay to get my stitches out and stuff. But I want to talk to her. I want the woman responsible. So we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know. You'll hear about it. You know you'll hear about it. I'll let you all know. See what she has to say. Hopefully she just says, hey, everything's fine. It's all fine. It's all good. That spot is just it's a spot that's just gonna take longer to heal. It's okay. It's okay. That's all I want to hear. It's okay. Just, it will stop eventually. So, but yeah, the therapy we did this week, you know, and then my exercises at home. I was like getting a little more aggressive with them, you know, like I do these things with the cane, you know, move my arm up and down and whatnot. And I was like, whoa, look at me go. Whew, look how high I can go right now. Look how high I can go. You know? Oh. So, yeah, I was feeling pretty proud of myself. And then I'll turn around the next day and be like, okay, I can't move it at all. No, I mean, I can move it, but a lot less than I could the day before or whatever. So, and I know I've heard so many doctors, I've watched so many videos, and they're just like, this is not a linear process. It's not just better, 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 better. No, it's better, worse, better, worse, better, worse. I'm like, okay, great, lovely, wonderful. Okay, look, we finished a color. We finished the A's. We finished the A's. Well, enough about me. I mean, it's been all about me and my ducks and whatnot. And what say you? What you guys doing? What's happening in your worlds? Oh. No, you don't. Yes, you do go in there. Yes, you do go in there. Okay, what am I looking for now? I want something else that I can fill in stuff. I can do the little squiggly with a line under it. Yeah, let's do squiggly with a line under it. Where are they? The squiggly thing and a line, squiggly and a line, squiggly and a line. Hello, Beth. How are you? How is Beth? Hey, how is everybody doing on their Chuck paintings? If you're doing a Chuck, how are you doing? I'm not. But I do want to ask Dale if he can open up that puzzle for me. See if I can work on the puzzle. Hey, remember when we started and I told you I thought there were more anchors, and that's why the anchors were still out? They're all right here. Right there are the anchors. I knew there were more. You know how that goes. I could not find them at the time when I was looking for them. I could not find them stinking anchors, but there they are, that whole section of them. Yep, little poopy boys. Oh boy. So Dale decided this evening to go to the gym. I'm like, okay. And I think I know why. I think I get why. Hello, Lizetta. Matt's got a few squares done. Oh, Matt, what are you doing all them whips for? Stop with all them whips there. Oh, that's why I decided I'm just sticking with this one. I'm leaving it right here on my table. We're just sticking with it. As little as I can diamond paint. I'm just going to keep working on this one, okay? Keep plugging away. So, anyhow, back to Dale and the gym. Yesterday, we went to the gym we went in the evening. We went after my live. Not my fault. Okay, this was not my fault. He went, well, hello, Manette. I haven't talked to you in so long. Could you follow along with you on Facebook and see what you're up to? But how are you? How are you doing? Uh-oh, Michelle. A swollen wrist. Oh, dear. Yeah, there's always lots of events. Seriously, lots of events all the time. Hello, Cindy. Hello. Yep. So, his friend, the friend from the party store. We call them party stores. Convenience store. Whatever it is. He needed to take his truck in to this tire place. And he thought he was going to have to get a couple of new tires. So he'd asked Dale if he would take him over there and, drop his truck off and, take him back later, pick it up, whatever, So Dale agreed to do that. Well, when did he want to do that? He wanted to do that Friday morning. I think Dale was out of here by 8 o'clock in the morning. It was early. It was very early. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Life is good. Yay. Um, and you're traveling. Where are you traveling to? Carl, where are you guys headed? Where's that woman taking you now? um, so he was gone, and instead of dropping the truck off and Dale coming home, no. At the tire place, they said, well, it won't be too long if you want to just wait. So Dale didn't even really have to take him. They both ended up waiting for the truck to get done. And so, that took some time. And then his friend was like, well, we're going to Quality Dairy now. And he's like, oh, what are we going to Quality Dairy for? Well, because he didn't have to spend money on getting new tires. They fixed his tires. And so he's got this money now that he was thinking he had to spend on tires, and now it's burning a hole in his pocket. So he's ready to go to the store and buy a lottery ticket, right? Or lottery tickets. Yeah, that was it. So Dale's talking to me on the way there, and he's like, I'm going up to the store, blah, blah, blah. It's called Quality Dairy. I'll just say Quality Dairy from now on. And you guys will know what I'm talking about. We're going up to Quality Dairy. And he told me the whole story. This is why we're going. Bill's got money in his pocket, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I said, oh, I thought I was waiting to see if you were going to come back for breakfast or whatnot. And he goes, well, I thought maybe Bill and I were going to go to breakfast, but I guess we're not. I said, well, you're going up to Quality Dairy. Why don't you just bring a muffin home? They got these nice big muffins. Just bring a muffin home. I'll munch on a muffin for, breakfast or whatnot. He's like, okay. Well, then a little while later, he's calling me, and he's like, well, now Bill wants to go to Subway. The Subway's up here by us, at the gas station by us, right? Quality Dairy's a few miles down the road. But now Bill wants to go get Subway. And I'm like, oh, Lord. I'm like, okay, I was just looking forward to getting my muffin here, but you're off going to Subway. Okay. I said, well, if you're talking about breakfast at Subway, I probably don't want anything because they got rid of their flatbread. They keep messing with the flatbreads at Subway, and I don't know why. I like my breakfast thing, like egg and meat and cheese and whatnot, on this little flatbread. And they changed it once, and then I didn't like that one, and then they discontinued it, and they just keep messing with it. Last I knew, they had discontinued the flatbread again. So there was no flatbread. So I told Dale, I said, I really, I don't want the breakfast sandwich because they don't have the flatbread. All they have is bread, or they have these wraps, and their wraps are huge. I don't want this huge wrap. So I said, I'll pass. I'll just have the muffin when you get back. Okay. Then he calls me again. He's like, so the flatbreads are back. And I'm like, okay, all right, fine. Flatbreads are back. I'm like, okay, you know what I want? I just want ham, cheese, mayo. I don't want veggies on it and all that stuff. He gets veggies on his and everything. I don't want any veggies on mine. Nope. I just want ham, cheese, and mayo. So he finally gets home. And the first thing he says to me is, there isn't mayo on yours. And I was like, what? He goes, well, we got Miracle Whip. And I'm like, I know. And apparently he felt I gave him attitude. I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. I don't know. Okay, sure. So he goes to the refrigerator and he plops the jar of Miracle Whip on the counter. I'm like, I get it, but I just don't know why he didn't have him put it on a Subway. You know what I mean? So, again, here's something we learned about the flatbread. We learned from somebody a long time ago not to microwave the flatbreads. Like when you microwave the flatbreads, they get really kind of tough, and hard to like bite through, harder to chew, that kind of stuff, So don't microwave the flatbreads. So I started eating mine, and I was like, okay, So, question, did they microwave it? And he goes, why, is it tough? And I said, yeah, a little bit. He goes, yeah, they weren't going to at first, and the next thing I know, they tossed it into the microwave. And I was like, oh gosh. Okay. All right. I'm trying to not be picky, but it's like we know these things. This is not something new. I'm like, you know, I could probably go make his order, no questions. Anyhow, oh, so that was that. So you gotta learn. You gotta tell the people at Subway, don't microwave your flatbread. Don't microwave your flatbread. Hello, Diamond Loving Nana, doing the covered bridge. Nice. Nice, nice, and nice. Oh, but anyhow, back to the gym. Okay. So we didn't go to the gym until later because by the time he was done with, his friend and Quality Dairy and Subway and whatnot, and then I'm like, well, I don't feel comfortable trying to go to the gym now because I don't think I'll have enough time before my crochet live, right? I just don't think there'll be enough time. We can go later. He's like, okay, that's fine. So we went in the afternoon. I think we got there like, I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that. And I got on the treadmill, and per the suggestion of my therapist, I did not wear my sling. First time on the treadmill without my arm in the sling. She said, I mean, if you're going to hold on, if you just hold on to the treadmill, is that what, I said, yeah, I normally just hold on to the treadmill. She goes, just try it. Try it without the sling. It'll probably be just fine. Just try it and see how it goes. So that's what I did. And I regretted it because I think that the act of walking for any length of time with my arm hanging down, if you're just trying to walk like a normal walk with your arm hanging down, that bothers my arm, that bothers my shoulder. So then I was trying to put it up on top of the treadmill, and that didn't feel good either. It was just, I had to slow it down, like really slow it back down again, to go really slow. There's also something with like bouncing, like when we leave our house and we go down our bumpy driveway, the bumps bother it. I think the walking and just the pounding of my feet was bothering it. I mean, it wasn't comfortable. I got a mile in, but I slowed it down to like, I was 1.1 or 1.2 miles per hour. And the other day, I had gone 1.7, 1.8 miles an hour. I was cruising along. So my arm was bothering me. I did get a mile in, and then I just I stopped. I just quit. And I just kind of waited for Dale to finish because he wants to get 3 miles in. Okay. All right. So I was waiting for him. And then we both, he knew, he kept asking me how it was going, and he knew that my arm was hurting and all that. And he left and headed into the locker room. Okay. So I got my coat and everything, and I just went up front and sat in one of the chairs and waited for him. I don't think he knew where I went. And I saw him kind of walk over that way and look, and he saw me, and then he turned around to go to the locker room, back to the locker room, and get his bag and his coat and stuff. Because I think he thought that we were going to do something else. Like I was going to go do some exercises or something, but I didn't want to do any of that because my arm wasn't feeling good. So he packed up and we left. And then he's like, I think I'm just going to come to the gym every day. And I know it's because he's not really doing much when we're there, you know, because I'm not doing any machines. I'm not doing leg machines. I'm not doing that stuff. He's not really working out much. I've told him I'll just sit and wait. I can sit and wait if you want to do other stuff. But I think he's feeling like he just wants to go, you know, um, go get a workout, a real workout where he can go work on his machines and do all those things and not have to worry about me or me holding him back from doing what he wants to do. So I get it. I'm fine. So I think that's why he decided that tonight he's going to the gym. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, are we going to go tomorrow too? Because I'm planning on going tomorrow so I can walk. And tomorrow I might actually do exercises at the gym. There's not a lot I can do at the gym, like, you know, my rehab exercises. There's a few things I can do there, but not a lot. So, I don't know. Let him go. Let him go to the gym. Go do the gym on your own and do what you want to do without me there, you know, like a dead weight hanging around your neck or something. And, you know, go do what you want to do. I don't care. I don't mind, you know? So that's where he is currently at the gym, getting in a workout that he wants to do. So I'm good with that. I'm good with that. And you know, what else does the man do? He hangs out with his little friend there once in a while. He did not want to go to the casino with them the other day. He did not want to do that. He didn't want to go spend a bunch of money at the casino. They did go. He didn't want to go. I mean, it would have been an outing for him. You know what I'm saying? Would have been an outing away from me. And, you know, as much as you love the people in your life, there are times that you just need time away from each other, time apart, time to go do something on your own. You know, I get it. I feel that way. I get it. So I went to the yarn store on Saturday. I won a prize for finished object February, and I told Dale, I said, I gotta go get my prize. He said, do you want me to drive you? And I'm like, no, I can go. Second time I've driven. Only the second time. But I did it. I drove. I made it. And then I shopped. And, you know, it just feels good to be independent. I understand that. So have fun. Have fun at the gym. Get a good workout in. You know, time away from me. He knows that I'm just going to sit here and jibber jabber. I'm safe. I'm probably not going to need much while he's gone. You know, go. Have at it, buddy. Look at how close I am to finishing this section, you guys. I am so close to finishing this section. I am getting there. I got a few more of the little microphones here, and then this is 3s and J's and clovers. 3s, J's, and clovers in there. And those stupid anchors. Stupid anchors. Right? So, there's that. Hey, anybody want to come to a retreat? Anybody want to come to a retreat? I am in the throes, well, we are in the throes of finishing up everything for our retreat, which is coming much faster than I anticipated. You know, you start planning a retreat well over a year out, and then you think you got all the time in the world, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, it is right around the corner. It is crunch time. So I'm working on t-shirts and some swag items. Karen's working on food. I'm still working on door prizes. I'd like to get a few more door prizes. I don't feel like I have enough. I never feel like I have enough. And people are starting to send things to me now because I don't feel like most people who are donating haven't actually shipped stuff to me yet. So I'm feeling like It's not in my possession yet, so it makes me nervous. You know what I mean? Not in my possession yet. But it's on the way. I know it is. So today I spent time doing email reminders and things like that and working on the t-shirt sizes that we need. I'll be darned if I could get that to come out right. I went through the t-shirt stuff like 3 times. Uh-oh, a package was delivered, but maybe it's not there. See you, Linda. um, I went through the t-shirt stuff at least 3 times, trying to get this to all work out properly, number-wise. And I had it all messed up in my head. I was trying to get it to come out to a certain number, thinking that's how many people we had going, and then I'm like, no, there's something wrong here. No, that's not right. No. Anyhow, after doing it 3 times with 2 different pen colors and then finally a pencil, I finally got it together, and I was like, it's been right all along. The problem is you had the wrong number of people coming in your brain. That was my problem. It gets confusing. People drop and people add, and then you kind of gets messed up in your brain. How many you're supposed to have, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Anyhow, I got it to work out. I figured it out. We're good to go. But with that being said, I have had some people drop out, and we do have a couple of openings. I posted in my Facebook group today in Diamond Moments and Krafts that we have some openings. We have 2 technically. I'd be happy to fill 1 at this point, just because that works out number-wise well, based on some situations we got going on. If we had 1 more, but technically we have room for 2. But if anybody's interested, or if you know anybody who's interested, let me know. Let them know. I did end up posting the registration link, which has all the information and stuff, in my Facebook group underneath that post. So, an RV park open before May. Yay! Hopefully it's close by. I'm assuming you're talking about for the retreat. Am I right? Hopefully you don't have to travel too far. I know. See, that's the thing about Michigan. Michigan doesn't like to open up for business until, really, Memorial Day is a good time. That's when things really kind of get kicking around here. It's hard to find things that are really open before that. Like when we went up to the ranch, there was this cute little farmer's market, store, petting zoo situation I thought we could go to, except they weren't open. I think they opened like the following weekend or something after we were there. I was like, really? Okay. All right. But yeah, Michigan's kind of, we don't have the best weather until you get right into May, towards the end of May even, It's very unpredictable. Like, it's 60 degrees, almost 60 degrees. It's not supposed to be 60 degrees right now. Definitely not supposed to be 60 degrees. We're, it's a little early for the thunderstorms that we got. And then we were listening to the weather earlier, and it's going to be back into the 40s by the end of next week with a wintry mix, right? With a wintry mix. So, I'm so glad that worked out for you, Shannon. I am so glad. Yeah. And honestly, that is one of the most challenging parts of planning a retreat, is the changing responsibilities that people have, the people who have to drop out for whatever reasons, and I get it. But then, you know, I have to figure out, I have to try to fill spots if I can. So, and at this point, you know, it's really close. We're within 2 months. You know what I'm saying? April 30th is right around the corner. That's our first day, is April 30th. And, you know, people dropping out at this point in time, it's real hard to fill those spots. But I'm trying. I put it out there in the Facebook group. I'm telling you guys, if you know anybody, have a friend that wants to go, anybody's been talking about it, you know, it's in my Facebook group. It's there. I'll have to go in and pin it to the featured so it's easy to find, but it's in there. All right. Keep your eyes and your ears open for anybody. Yeah. The girls and I, we need to get together and we need to do some crafty things. We got to make some stuff. That's always fun. I like making things. It's easy stuff to make, truly. But we're not doing a bunch of crazy stuff. We're not painting, and I've done that before. Painted things and glued things, and I made lighthouses one year. Our first year, I made lighthouses out of clay pots. That was a little bit of work. I'm hearing something out there. It must be a cat. It's got to be a cat because I have the door closed. I took a nap today. With not one, but two cats. Two cats took a nap with me today. Sunny was right on my lap, laying on my lap. And Misty was laying beside me on the couch. So the three of us took a nap together. I don't know where Smokey was. Smokey tends to find the strangest places. I talked about it yesterday in my crochet live. It'll be in the next crafty vlog, one of his most recent hangout places. He's a funny boy. That's all I got. Him's a funny. I can't even. My arm is tired right now. It doesn't even want to be up on the. Doesn't even want to be up on the table here. It's like, no. Let us just sit in your lap. So I'll try to diamond paint left-handed for a little while here. And maybe I can finish the J's. Maybe. We're going to try it. We're going to give it a go. Yeah, but Smokey's just been finding all kinds of funny little hidey hole places to go. Strange places. Like the other day he was downstairs. He was in these chairs that we have stacked up. They're like wooden chairs, and he's just laying on the top of the chairs. I was like, what? He's in the dark. He's in the back room down there. I'm like, what are you doing? I went down there to put stuff away, and here he was. And I was like, what are you doing? But that's him. Last night, the boys, oh my gosh, the boys were driving me crazy. They were all over us, all over me, all over Dale. They kept going back and forth between us. And I'm like, what in the world do you guys want? And then it dawned on me that they wanted food. They were out of food. And we try to let them run out of food. We don't have a full bowl there all the time. Because, you know, if they're a little hungry at night, it's easier to get them to go to bed. You know? And so it just dawned on me. I'm like, I know what they want. They want food. I bet they have no food downstairs. And I was right. They were out of food and they wanted food. They all went running downstairs. All three cats went running downstairs. They were so happy to go get some food. And the two boys, they hopped right in. They hopped right in the kennel and they were like, yep, where's the food? Where's the food? Misty's little butt, nope. even though she went running down there with the boys, like she was all ready to get in and have some food, nope, she took off on us. She took off and she went running back upstairs and went and hid somewhere. I'm assuming underneath the bed in the spare bedroom. That seems to be where she likes to go. And Dale's like, forget it. I'm not chasing you right now. I'm not doing it. You're missing out on getting the food. Your loss. And so I went to bed. I went to bed to read. I think he came into the office, got on the computer, and she went wherever she was going. Now, he must have found her at some point before he went to bed, because when I got up this morning, she was put away. She was not running around, so he must have got her at some point. But it's funny. Cats have a very interesting way of telling you what they want. Like, I know Smokey, when he's pawing at you, he either wants you to pick him up, which is usually the case. He just wants you to pick him up. He wants attention. But I guess, it also can mean, hey, I'm hungry. I don't know. I don't understand their language 100% at this point. I don't know what you want. What do you want? Napping with the cats. I know. And Sonny, he was just so sweet. He just laid there right on my lap. And he's just like, and I had to go to the bathroom. Oh my goodness. Marion, you are like on the move. You're moving and packing and driving and listening to my live all at the same time. Marion, you are something else. So I had to go to the bathroom. When I woke up, I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I'm like, he's just laying there on my lap. She's laying next to me. Everybody's just happy and content. And I'm like, but I gotta get up. I gotta get up. I gotta go, I hated to wake everybody up and disturb the peace and the quiet and all that. But, I mean, I had to do it. I had to do it, So, it's happened a couple times since I've had my arm surgery that I end up just taking a nap on the couch, and here comes a cat or two to just nap with me. And it's so fun. It's so cute. I love them. They are such good little kitties. Down the railing and back up. Oh, yeah. So mine, they can get on the inside of our railing downstairs, but then, our stairs are open. It's all open, so they can get all the way to the end, but can't necessarily get back. And then the only other choice they have is they'd have to jump down, and that's a long way down. I mean, I don't care. Even if you're a cat, that's a long way to jump down from, where the railing goes, and down into the stairwell. It's a long jump. But so I think they've all kind of learned they can walk out a certain distance, and then they'll jump down into the stairs. But they don't go too far anymore, because Smokey's gotten his butt out there, and he's like, how do I get down now? Because he looks down and he's like, that's a long jump, I mean, I know they're cats, but still, it's a long ways. Anyhow. But they're funny. They're definitely funny. Can't miss my live no matter what. Well, I appreciate that, Marianne. I really appreciate that. Okay, where did that girl come from? I don't know. I got two blue ones over here. A dark blue one and a light blue one. Okay, now we need the number 3, which I'm sure is a blue. Surely is. We got 3s to go here. You guys, I'm going to finish this section, like, soonish. Not tonight, but soonish, I will say. Like I was saying in my crochet live yesterday, we're working on this, I'm working on this book sleeve, which is taken an eternity because, I can't get very much done during a live. I can't do any of my crafts the way I want to craft right now. It's frustrating. But I said if I only worked on it a little bit throughout the week, maybe we could get this thing finished this century. You know what I'm saying? But I only have limited time when my arm allows me to craft, and I have too many things I'm working on that I'm trying to get a little bit done of each thing, so I don't know what to do. Diamond painting? At this point, I diamond paint twice a week. Truly, twice a week. Well, that's not true. There was one time this week, maybe a couple times this week, I put a few drills down on it while I was sitting in here, like, editing a video or something. I put a few drills down. Not many, just a few. Crocheting is the same way. I could pick up that book sleeve. I could do maybe a round, maybe, while I'm editing, but, you know, when you got 15 minutes, and that's about, 15, 20 minutes tops is what I can do with my arm. I just don't get much done. That's got to change soon, right? It's got to change soon. I'm going to go to this retreat, and I'm going to spend the whole weekend at a retreat not able to do much. You realize that, right? I'm going to be there. Everybody else is going to be working on all their stuff. Bye, Michelle. And I'm just going to be social butterfly. I'll just wander around and talk to everybody. I won't get anything done, but I'll just sit there and I'll talk to everybody. Oh, well. Oh, well, oh, well, oh, well. That will be the way it has to be. This is my life for a while. Sorry. My life for a while. I'm not liking it a whole lot, but there ain't nothing I can do about it now. I can't go back now. Can't take it back. Although I've said that many times over the last 6 weeks. Okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I wanna go back. No. I'm done. And I can't do that. There's no going back. So, when Dale does get home, last night he was going to put a steak on the grill. And when we got home from Walmart, I was like, no, you don't need to go out and try to grill in a thunderstorm. We're good. We can have something else. We'll save the steak for tomorrow. You don't need to be out there grilling. I mean, the porch is covered and everything, but still, that's just, no, just, we'll wait. We will wait for that. So I'm assuming when he gets home from the gym, we'll have steak and whatever else. I don't know what else. Something. What did we end up having last night? I don't even remember. Oh, I think it was like some Chinese, like we had a box of orange chicken and we had a container of, it's all frozen stuff, so it's not the best, but it works in a pinch, you know what I'm saying? Works in a pinch. And so we had that last night. You could just throw the chicken in the oven and microwave the rice, and that's what we had. Nothing fancy, that's for sure. Nothing fancy. So I hope we go to the gym tomorrow. And I feel like I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, you can go off and do whatever machines you want to do. Go do your leg machines. Go do your arm machine. Go do whatever you want to do. I can do a few exercises, and I can do them on my own. I can do my shoulder raises, and I can do the thing with the ball, and I can do the thing with the rope. Go, just go. I'm a little more independent now. You don't feel like you need to sit here and just babysit me. You can do your thing. You can do your thing. Oh, bye, Minette. It's nice to see people that I haven't seen in a long time. Like Minette was here, and Nikki popped in. Nikki's in Australia. It's so nice to see them. Haven't seen them in a while. Look, we finished that one too. You guys, cruising along. Cruising along. Okay, we got those spades to do. I have 5 minutes. I can do the spades. I can get the spades done. I know I can. There's not that many of them. Yeah, but I mean, it's time. And I don't mind. I don't mind just sitting there. I'll go sit out in the lobby. If he wants to go do some other things, I get the freedom, though. The freedom like he has tonight to just do whatever he wants to do. I get it. And not think, oh, she's sitting there waiting for me. She's waiting for me. But I don't mind. Oh, I think he's home. I think I hear the truck pulling in. He wasn't gone very long. He left at like 10 to 7. So we probably got there a little bit after 7. I think I hear him. I could be wrong, but I thought I heard the truck. So I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. If we do go to the gym tomorrow, do I start out with the sling while I'm walking? I did take it out the one time, and I walked for like 20 minutes without the sling. But I didn't walk the whole time without the sling. I don't know what I do. Do I try the sling for part of the time, take it off partway through? I don't know. I just don't know what to try tomorrow. I don't even know what duck sauce is. What is duck sauce? I'm assuming it has something to do with Chinese food, but I don't know what that is. My chicken was orange chicken, and it came with like the orange flavored sauce stuff, which Dale didn't like. He doesn't want that on his chicken, so I just put it on mine. I like it. But I don't know what duck sauce is. I'm not a huge Chinese person because, I don't like vegetables. You know me, I don't like vegetables. So I don't like all of the Chinese dishes that have all the veggies in them. I just like an orange chicken, a cashew chicken, just the chicken. Just the chicken, please. That's all I want. And then fried rice. I like fried rice. I don't care for peas. He looked at me yesterday and he was like, it has peas in it. I'm like, I know, but I'm going to pick the peas out. And, I'll pick the peas out. Don't worry. I don't like peas. Is it that brown stuff? Is that what it is? The brown stuff? I don't know what it is. I have no idea. Matt says nobody knows what it is. I don't know. I have no idea. I probably wouldn't eat it. I'll just say that. I probably wouldn't eat it. I don't know. A peachy sweet sauce. Oh, the peachy looking one. Oh. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I don't think I've ever tried it. Now, I have, and I do have in my refrigerator, I have yum yum sauce. Yum yum sauce is good. See, I gave my arm a little rest. I'll probably pay for this later. It'll probably hurt. I mean, I'm not hurting the surgery or the repair. I just make all the muscles really tired when I do too much. And then I pay for it and it hurts. But I have sat with a heating pad on it after I do stuff like this, and it seems to help. Like if I'll just, after dinner, I'll probably go sit on the couch with the heating pad and my phone and watch some YouTube videos, and it really relaxes all of these muscles because I'm using the muscles. Darn it all. I mean, goodness gracious, Lord forbid, I'm actually using muscles that are intended to be used. They just don't like it. They don't have to like it, but they just have to get used to it. And they have to start working again, right? They have to get working again. I do like sweet and sour chicken. I do like that. I like sweet and sour, orange chicken. What's the other one that they always have? The place we go get Chinese, it's like it's all prepared and it's out like in a, not a buffet, but it's ready to serve. And they always have certain types that are always there. What's the other one that we will get? Their general chicken is not spicy. So I like their general chicken. It's good. But what's the other one that we get? I can't remember what it's called now. But there's another kind that we get. A sesame chicken. I like that. So it's a sweet and sour flavor. Okay. I probably like that. I've never really tried it. I don't know. I don't know what comes in this boxed chicken that I had. What the orangey sauce is. I don't know what that is even. But that's pretty good. I liked that. Yum Yum sauce is like a creamier sauce. It is good. Yum Yum sauce is good. I learned that from, I don't know, somebody. It might have been Dale's sister one time, like years ago, when we were visiting them in North Carolina, and she was talking about the Yum Yum sauce, and she had us try it. And I was a little hesitant, but it was good. It was quite good. My Yum Yum sauce is probably needing to go in the trash, honestly. It's probably too old. Oh, I guess that was not Dale. I was going to say, that would have been an awfully quick trip if he was back already. Okay, look. This is almost all filled in over here. I got to do these little white dots, which is an AB, I think. I think it's an AB. There's a few white dots. And then I have these hearts right here, whatever they are. And then this green part over here. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. Look at me go. Look at me go. Okay, let's do the white AB dots. Oh, I'm over time. I'm over time. Sweet and sour is similar to duck sauce. Yeah, pale orange creamy. Yes, that is. I'm not a fan of teriyaki. Teriyaki's got too much of a bite to it. It's a little too, I don't know. I don't know what, bitter. I don't know. I just don't care for it. Anyhow. Okay, come on. I need a couple more. I just need a few. There's not very many of you guys. All right. This is where it gets hard, is when, I see that didn't stay. When I have to push a drill down really kind of tough between other drills, that's a bit too much pressure on my arm. Not that I'm allowed to do it, because I've started doing that exercise even where I push like against the wall and stuff. So I'm getting a little pressure with the arm, but I can't do it too much. If I do it too much, then it hurts. I can do it a little bit. No, Sherry, no 4th of July cow. I haven't even made it out to a Hobby Lobby. So, oh, and I didn't order it. I did not order it online. I wasn't going to spend more for shipping than the darn cow. So I wasn't going to do that. Maybe one day next week. Oh, next week is a crazy week, though. It is an absolute crazy week. I have something every day next week. But maybe I will find time in there. It's not like my activities are all day long. Okay, where's the heart? Where's the heart? Probably in this box. You watch. Probably over here. Oh, heart. Oh, heart. Oh, heart. No. Where are you? I hate it when you can't find something and you know it's right in front of your face. That's right. Really, literally right in front of my face. First row right there. Oh, it's purple. It's purple. Maybe I'll have time to run to a Hobby Lobby and look and see. You fell asleep? How do you wake up? How do you fall asleep in your diamond painting? Brandy has done that before. And I'm like, how do you do that? How do you fall asleep in your tray, on your table, in your painting? How do you do that? Please explain. How do you do that? I could never do that. It wouldn't happen. This wouldn't happen. All right, look, guys, I'm down to these greens over here on the side. And this section is done. Now you know I want to finish it. Will I be able to finish it? Oh, I got something right here. I got that. Oh, see, I'm done for the night. I know I'm done. I'm done. But I really kind of want to finish those blues. And they're right here, or purple, or whatever they are. Purple. Purpley blue again. Hang with me for a minute. Hang with me for a minute. We're going to finish these, and then all I have is that green stuff down there. And that's a decorative ball hanging in the tree. This is a tree, and it's got a thing in it. Okay, let's finish these. Power through. Power through. Okay. Okay, stay over there. Stay over. And I don't like pushing drills. Pushing drills hurts. That's too much use of my arm muscle. I don't like it. Okay. Oh, I'm pushing. Ugh, it hurts. I don't like pushing. It doesn't hurt. I mean, it hurts, but it doesn't hurt. Does that make any sense? It hurts, but it doesn't hurt. It's definitely working the muscle. And the muscle doesn't care for that. Come on, muscles. It's time. Time to start working. Why is there a drill stuck in here I can't get? I don't even think it's this color. I think it's the previous color. Am I right? Okay, I'm done. All right, now I can get up because I have to get up to turn this off. So anyhow, thank you for hanging out. Hi, Carol. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for listening to me carry on about all my life's troubles and woes and whatevers. Yeah. Have a good rest of your weekend. Don't forget to change your clocks. Change your clocks tonight before you go to bed. You know, change your clock. And look out for Mother Nature. She's crazy these days. So, all right. I will talk to everybody soon. Bye, you guys.